Couch Co-opers, couch potatoes, and couch codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show, and I'm Ian, and on the couch tonight I got Jared and Aaron. What's up, boys?
Hey,
What
just
up?
hanging out with Milkman.
Yeah,
Just hanging with the Clarkages and the Milkman.
We were so close to doing our Suicide Squad episode tonight, and then someone got sick. So close. So close. You know what I find ironic? His name is Dr. David Russell, and he's always sick.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not a doctor like that.
Not that kind of doctor.
Not that
Right.
kind of doctor. But yeah, get well, Dave.
Not that doctor.
Get well, Davey
Get
boy.
better.
And, because we were, not doing that episode, Nick decided, okay, I'm just going to chill out and go to bed. Because he had to work tomorrow, but he was going to do the episode. He's going to truck on and do it. But,
Oh, man.
so, anyway.
Good night, Nick.
But you guys had a good weekend? I had a pretty chill weekend.
Yeah, it's pretty laid back.
It was pretty busy for me. I had a birthday party for the little one.
Oh, that's right. Your little ones turned 3 years old. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've made it this far.
The
How do
3
you
can
feel
has started.
now?
Scared. Very, very
Yeah.
scared.
Oh,
The
yeah,
3
three's
can
worse
is
than
hitting.
two. Yeah, good
Did
luck.
you dress up as a T-Rex?
We couldn't find a costume in time, actually. I wanted to, actually. I thought about it. It's
I
not
know
a
we
great
talked
idea.
about it on the last episode or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
been
No,
hilarious.
I even mentioned it to my wife, and she was like, that sounds like a great idea. But she looked around, and all the costumes open after the birthday. I was like, of course they would.
Of course.
And there's no costume shops anywhere near us. The last costume shop got turned into a karate studio.
Oh,
As they should be.
That's right.
But she had a good birthday party. Everything was fun and
Oh, she loved it. She did not want it to end.
high on sugar all weekend long.
Oh God. Oh God. Sugar rush till the end, man. No kidding.
Aaron is still high on sugar.
I'm coming down from a cake. My wife made herself. It was a golden strawberry cake. It was so good.
That's cool. Awesome.
Ooh, I'm rushing now.
Well, we are
Boots will cancel it out.
Awesome. Well, we are the Couch Co-op Show. We are a video game podcast, if you didn't know that. Some of you who listen to us know that, and some of you are new who don't know that. We talk about video games and all things video game related. We are available on all the major podcasting platforms. You can also find us live on youtube.com/milkmanpictures like we're streaming right now. You can also find these videos archived to watch at a later date on youtube.com/milkmanpictures. So I don't know. We would like you to peruse and enjoy. We don't ask you for any fucking money. We're not like fucking shitty podcasts that's sponsored by this and want that. We're just dudes
We're just hanging out.
holding on to the dream of just free radio. All we really ask is hey, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Tell us that we suck. I don't know anything. Just let us know that you're listening, and that would mean a lot. We got a shit ton of views on YouTube last week on our last episodes. That was super cool.
Nice.
But yeah, so I've been trying to push the show again. I've been very lazy previously. I just been kind of putting it up there and fucking letting the cards fall as they will. But I've been trying to push it lately. This year is my New Year's resolution to push the show more. And yeah, we got quite a few views. So I'm excited. Hopefully we can keep some momentum. I think we got around, close to 80 hits, this past,
Nice.
view 60 some on YouTube and then another 20 something. Our regular podcast. Well, I don't know if that's iTunes, but I know on Spotify we're only about 20. So it's we might have 100. I don't know, maybe, but we used to be so much more, aggressive and more on it.
Yeah.
But we kind of let it fall. But we're trying to come back. We're trying to retake the throne from nobody. But
Yeah. Most of us have kind of shied away from social media.
it's just 100%. 100%. Who
Yeah.
Social media has changed so much that nobody really
it's
likes to be
drastic,
on it anymore.
awful, yeah. But we're still around. We're still kicking. We're gonna keep marching on. And if nothing else, it's just us friends getting together to bullshit. But
An extra reason to hang out.
yes,
Yeah.
Right.
But
Jared, can you tell us what happened This day in gaming history.
Yeah. There were some notable games that came out. One I never got to play, but always wanted to. I always loved the graphics from Super Nintendo's Bahamut Lagoon on Super Nintendo. Came out in 1996 in Japan. It was a strategy game. It kind of reminded me of the similar graphics of Final Fantasy VI. So, yeah, I was super interested in that. Maybe I'll play it someday on my phone or something like that. One I was kind of surprised about. I didn't realize EverQuest came to PlayStation 2 as EverQuest Online Adventures.
EverQuest.
So I don't know anybody that played that on PS2. I played EverQuest on PC.
I think my wife did too.
Yeah, I loved EverQuest. I had a lot of fun with that.
I've heard of the game. I never played it.
Yeah, one of the early MMOs.
Okay.
One of my favorite Metroid games came out on Game Boy Advance. Metroid Zero Mission came out 21 years ago in 2004.
What?
Dang.
Yeah, and that game was really great. I'm still a big fan of the Metroid series. Through all that hatred Nintendo has for the series, it seems. I'm still waiting for that Switch edition of Metroid Prime 4. Come on, Nintendo. Let's get more info. BioShock 2.
Oh, really?
Can you believe that's 15 years old?
That's wild.
Wow.
15 years for BioShock 2. That's crazy. 2010. Aaron, I think you're the only one that played Dante's Inferno. That also came out 15 years ago.
I did. That game was actually pretty good. It was like someone decided to make a biblical version of God of War, because that game is actually really good. I was rather surprised because like people made fun of it because it was like, I think I saw someone do a Moby Dick one where it's like, I can't remember what it was, but it was supposed to be like a more graphic version of Captain Ahab fighting the white whale or something like that. I can't remember what it was because, well, the whole thing behind Dante's Inferno is it's like the main character just walks around hell, essentially the 7 circles of hell, instead of what you see in the game, where it's just like the most boring story you've ever seen of anything ever. And obviously someone decided, you know what, we're going to make this more action-packed version because this has potential. And insert Dante's Inferno.
I played the demo.
Violent.
I played the demo of that game, and I remember like it being pretty good. It just like
it was
such a downer of a game.
It is. It's very downer. It's like, yeah, I played and beat that game. It was very God of War-esque, but obviously you're in hell and you're fighting every minion of hell. Although a couple levels, I'm like, why did you have to do this? Like you're fighting demon babies at one point. I'm like, really? You had to do that? And then at one point you're in like the level of hell that's called Sloth, and it's like you're sludging around and fighting fat slobs of people. I'm like, really? You had to do this? Okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know Dante's Inferno, the story, but okay, sure. Why not?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I don't know if it ever got released on anything but the PS3 and 360. Like, if you can even play it these days.
It might be on PC. It might be on Steam.
Yeah, it's probably on Steam. Yeah, I guess PC makes things live forever.
Forever.
To some degree.
Yeah.
To some degree. Let's see. The last one I'll mention, we have played similar games to this. That genre is interesting. Evolve. Do you remember Evolve?
It sounds familiar.
Oh, that's the like the 4-on-1,
It's
like the
4-on-1.
yeah.
Where,
they became really big with the horror films, like Evil Dead, and but it's like the
Dead by
original.
Daylight, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the original one that started that all off.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Those from the guys that did Half-Life, or not Half-Life. Left
by
4 Dead,
Daylight.
right? No, aren't those the original? Isn't that the original crew that did Left 4 Dead?
Maybe. Yeah. The creators of Left 4 Dead, Turtle
Yeah,
Rock
sounds right.
Studios.
Yeah, Turtle Rock. That's like the game,
Evolve.
and then it didn't do well, and then they shuttered.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. I mean, we played a little bit of it.
Yeah, quickly, very vague. Like
Like
we've
a
done
beta
all the other
or something
ones.
like that.
Yeah,
I think we just played like a beta. Yeah.
Right.
I remember that game. It had so much potential too, because it made it look so cool. Or like, what? It's like 4 people against one guy, or 3 versus 1, but like the one guy's like
cool thing
gets
was
powerful.
The cool thing is the monster. The person that played as the monster could go around and like eat stuff or whatever and evolve. You know, that's the name of the game, evolve. So you could actually become this gigantic monster unless the hunters found you too early and just destroyed you before you matured. You know,
Right.
so it had this push and pull kind of thing, and there's a bunch of different monsters and things like that. It was pretty cool concept. It's a shame it didn't really take, because that team from Left 4 Dead, that they made something pretty wonderful with Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, the one thing that surprised me was that one didn't take off, but then you got the copy Dead by Daylight or whatever it's called.
Still going.
Then you had Predator.
Well, that's like,
then you had the Friday the 13th, Evil Dead.
Yep.
They have like a
million.
million.
A whole bunch of
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then there was some other ones
come
like
out and shut down just like that. Boom.
But Dead by Daylight, like Aaron's saying though, that one's been on forever. That one has lasted. That's been the one.
Yeah.
I think it's because
content for it. I think
it's because it resonates with any horror buff. Like anybody who likes horror games, like, oh, I want to be Pinhead, or oh, I want to be the Predator, or.
But didn't they 2 years ago? Didn't they announce at the Game Awards that like Nick Cage was going to be in that game? Wasn't Nick Cage in that game?
Right.
I feel like Nick Cage is in that game.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's
right. Oh my god, that's too much.
That's right.
That's too much. I can't.
Was like him acting as the character from his most recent movie that like he was.
Yeah,
like
one of the movies, and
like
he's like DLC in it.
Oh, Renfield or whatever. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that would I thought that was pretty cool. He even came out on stage on one of the video game awards. Yeah.
Oh my god,
that
that's
game
too
is
much.
Still big.
Yeah, that game is just ever present. It's wild.
Yeah. But that is this day in video game history.
Ba-doom! Now, before we get to the main event, well, we have a lot of events. I guess I'm going to be talking a lot. I should have done this before this game, Davey, so I could like space my talking out. I have a beer battle tonight. I'm taking over for Nick, so I'm doing a beer battle tonight, and we're doing 2 reds. I got Pelican Brewing's Sea and Red, which is just a single Irish red ale.
I don't remember liking that one too much.
And then
I never had it actually.
I had not. I don't. I
like Pelican though.
Either.
Pelican is good brewery.
First timer
Pelican's
for me.
Good though.
And then we have Ninkasi's double red IPA.
Yeah.
Not IPA, just a double red ale. Sorry, not an IPA, just a double red. So they're both red ales. This is a double. This is a single. And I'm going to drink both of these.
I think I know which one wins.
This one tonight. So I'm going to pop the single first because I don't want to get super fucked.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. The other night we were hanging out, just like chatting or whatever. I was drinking one of those, and I pulled out what was it?
The buoy one.
The buoy red, which was good. The buoy red was really good, but the double red Ninkasi for me was like superior. It was really good.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
I considered picking up some of that today at the store, but I was like, it's really red ales don't usually tickle my fancy. So
yeah, I get that.
I'm more of a I don't know, like. I do like a
nice
good ale,
red color there.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Doesn't have much of a smell.
Looks a little flat.
It is pretty light. You're right. It's not. Yeah, it's not the superest. A lot more burnt than I was expecting. Anyway, I've not had this before, so this is. I will drink that. I will drink this during the show. But first, now I have to get to the next segment because I have to do another segment because Dave's not here to do demo. I gotta do On Trial with Milkman. And tonight On Trial is...
Here's where the gavel hits. Slam,
boom!
Slam, slam.
Jared's even helping me with the puns. Yes. And tonight On Trial is Hellboy. It looks like Web of Weird. WYRD, weird, but playing the game, it's Web of Word. They all say word, so it's okay. It's not weird, it's word. So Hellboy, Web of Word.
Word's the word.
what is the word? Well,
the bird.
this game is guilty of being completely mediocre. I don't even. You guys can object at any time if you feel like I'm being, unfair. But it does look like the comic quite a bit, which is super cool. So the voice acting is pretty good. The art is very reminiscent of the comic, though I wouldn't say the art is that great in the game. It's really just kind of a third-person action game. You kind of go through these like mazes and you hack slash. You have a gun, you shoot. It kind of has a kind of a roguelike thing to it where you kind of re-enter the area and do things again, but it's not necessarily that all the time.
Is it like difficult like a roguelite?
No, it's not. I wouldn't say it's very difficult. You just have to kind of grind out a lot of shit to like then upgrade your weapons and stuff, which is fine. But it just wasn't that engaging to me. I just found like kind of looks like Hellboy. The voice acting is good, but it also kind of felt like it wasn't quite the right voices. Like they all act well, but they don't quite fit the characters. You know what I mean? Like they're doing a good job, but it doesn't quite sound like I think Hellboy should sound. It doesn't quite. Anyway, so I played it for I don't know a couple hours, and I mean the trial is only 2 hours anyway. I think so. Maybe I didn't even play the full 2 hours. I might only play an hour and a half. I just kind of bailed on it at a certain point, but it's fine. I mean, if you're a huge Hellboy fan, you probably want to check it out. I'm like a medium Hellboy fan. That's why I checked it out. But I didn't find it that engaging. I found it very kind of just basic and like some of the enemies are just. I don't want to do that. Like certain like the way you have to fight them.
I hate that shit.
You have to fight them a
the
certain
ones
way.
With shields
and kind of like it's like, and then you're like you're like in an area, so you're locked. Like you go into the area, and then you're like it locks you right in, so you have to defeat them all, and it's just kind of like, oh, this is not the type of game. I thought it was going to be more kind of like story driven. Like it seemed like an indie story driven game, and it ended up being more of this kind of arena. Kill everything, move forward, grind out, and it's just like, nah, this is not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it does look cool-ish. I think it could be better. I don't know. It's a very I don't know. It's very mid. That's what I'm saying. It's very guilty of being mediocre. It's very like. I mean, if you're a huge Hellboy fan, you're probably going to play it and be like, yeah, okay, I get it, and you're going to stick it through. I'm not a huge Hellboy fan, so it's not something that, it didn't grab me. So, so the verdict is in. The court is in session, and you're going to prison, Hellboy, because I was not feeling it. I just... Which is too bad because when I first saw the trailer, I think it was at Game Awards or something. I was like, "Oh, that looks cool, Hellboy game, kind of in the same style of the comic." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool," but I think they kind of fumbled the ball here. So that's where I'm at on that. So Hellboy, I apologize.
Were you a big fan? Do you have like some of the comics? Have you ever? Really
I have some Hellboy comics. I love the first two Hellboy films. Like the two
me too.
Guillermo del Toro films are fucking awesome. So I do have like an affinity towards the character. I do know the character. I am aware of the character. I've read some of the comics, but this is just kind of a miss. Yeah, it was a mistrial. Just trying to push it all in there. Just trying to push them all in there, guys. Anyway.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right.
Get him in there.
Anyway,
and the gavel has fallen.
Yeah, it's anyway.
There you go.
So there you go. That's my version of Dr. Demo. This is a trial with Milkman. So on trial with Milkman, I guess we should say.
Episode 2.
Yes. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right, so really, I think we're just going to kind of shoot the shit. So if we just want to talk about some of the games we've been playing, Jared, kick it off. Or if you beat anything first, let's do a beat list.
yeah.
If you've beaten anything, tell us what you've beaten.
Jeez. The beat. When was the last time we actually did a beat list?
It's been like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, because I've finished a couple of games this month.
Well, let us know. I'll let you know if you've already talked about it.
Finished Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
I saw that.
Yes, you have not been on the show to talk about that yet. So like, tell us all about your experience with that. Because that's a great game.
Yes, I think Dragon Age: The Veilguard was an amazing game. I still don't like most critics because I don't know, they have to play so many games so fast, and they don't get a chance to like sit there and read stuff and really get to know the world. There's just like rush. It's all hurried, and they get tired of big meaty games. Because this took me like 75 hours to get through.
Yeah.
I spent some time. I was reading a lot of the lore and all this stuff that was popping up. I'm like, okay, I'll sit down and read this. I was having a good time. I really enjoyed the world they created. I'll
say this, Jared. Like, there was a moment in the beginning where I was kind of like playing it and kind of judging where I was gonna like speed run through it or like kind of spend all my time in it. And there was a certain point where I was just like, nah, I'm going to do everything in this game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I did everything I knew to do, but I'm missing a few trophies. I didn't get the platinum. I know you got the platinum.
No, I didn't.
Took the time. Oh, I thought you did.
No, I did some extra things, but I didn't actually run through to do the platinum.
Yeah, because there's certain things you really need to know. And maybe.
Wait.
No,
I'm like questioning.
Yeah, I thought you did, but
maybe I did.
Yeah, I really liked where the story went. I mean, I've played every Dragon Age game. I love all of them for different reasons. I'm not one to require a sequel to be exactly like the prior game. And it seems like everybody still wants Dragon Age to be like the first one. But it's not, and I accept that. I love the lore that is around everything. I like the callbacks. I just like the world of Tevinter, and I think it's really, really awesome.
I did platinum it, Jared.
Done.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought you did. Yeah. Yeah, so Ian spent the time. He got the platinum. I am not really at a point where I can go back and do certain things. Right. I'd have to restart the game almost completely.
Unlike other, I didn't play Origins. I played Dragon Age 2, and I played.
I got the platinum in Dragon Age 2. I did Inquisition.
And Inquisition, I played through a little bit, but like I never really fell in love with I really fell in love with all these characters. Like they really engaged me. I think they're all kind of unique and interesting, and I was really interested in all their stories. That was very it was kind of new to me because I didn't really get that from the other games. So I don't know how you felt about them.
So I'm curious, kind of some spoiler territory here, but which character did you decide to romance?
I romanced I guess the trans character. What's her name?
The dragon. Me too. Yeah.
I was thinking about the magician.
Tosh.
Yeah, I did Tosh. I was also thinking about the girl. With the peg leg.
Because I was thinking Nev. Because I'm curious, because Nev, at a certain point, ends up in a romantic relationship with someone else. I'm curious, if that didn't happen,
right?
If you choose Nev, if it would be a different character,
right?
So I was hoping that you chose Nev.
You're hoping to get pegged?
No,
I was with Tosh as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. There was early on. There's that first main choice, and you pick between Nev and the other guy. Kind of their two cities, and I went with Nev because I wanted to romance her. But at a certain point, I don't know. I kind of fell in love with Tosh as a character, and I was just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I mended my relationship with the other guy, but then he fell in love with her, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." It felt cool to me.
It was cool.
It's that's cool. He's still, we're friends again. He fell in love. It's cool. I don't know. I just really enjoyed the game, dude. And I think because it's still a long game, but I feel like it's not as long as the other Dragon Age games.
they're all long if you want them to be. Like
Right.
I could have crushed through the game fast and lost more people along the way, but I chose to do every side quest, every side mission I could find in the game, and I think it was better for it. Like all the characters, I thought their
How would
story
that have
arcs were
been?
really
That's
well
juicy.
done.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's fantastic. You can borrow it, Aaron, when you're ready. Just let me know.
No, it's a
I
great
have
game,
a copy.
especially if you love Mass Effect, Aaron. It's like the most Mass Effect Dragon Age game,
fantasy game out
like
there.
I think it really fits. Like yeah. I will also say this. What was interesting is like because I hadn't done one of the side quests when the main quest to make a decision happened. So I did fail a quest because I didn't do it before the decision happened. And then that really pushed me like after that moment to like make sure I do everything before a story quest. Because I was just like, I want to do everything. Thankfully that quest didn't really hinder me in any way, but it was just like, oh man, I got to really be on top of it. But like that was just kind of how I wanted to approach this game. And like it's so wild how everyone else just felt like this game was letting everyone down and like wasn't fucking like what the fuck are you talking about?
And there was more going on because there were characters that they didn't like each other and they'd like butt heads and stuff like that as you were walking around. And eventually you'd see conversations back at the main area,
right?
And they'd be like talking about it, and you'd kind of talk them through it, and help them solve their conflict. And then out in the field, if you choose those two characters, they'd have all these really nice conversations between each other.
That was one of the greatest things about you like doing Nev and Tosh. I'd be like, those are my characters, and then like Tosh would be talking about Nev about the relationship with the other guy.
Yeah,
it was just like great. It's like, yes, that's awesome.
Yeah,
they're just
and it doesn't matter whatever character you select. They're going to have conversations that aren't just like about what's going on. It's about like personal things and like asking questions about each other, and it's really interesting. Like I think they did such a great job on it. It's so unfortunate that BioWare just got a big old shit taken on them.
Right.
They're losing people left and right. They're down to one team working on possibly Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect game that might come out some year. And they're just, like bleeding from every wound at this point.
It's unfortunate. Like that people, I don't know. I just the amount of joy and just like, we're not going to spoil it here, but like, Jared messaged me about the ending, and he was just like kind of blown away by like, what the fuck?
So much going on, yeah.
And the ending is just wild. It's so wild.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like I feel like the public, for the most part, unless there's some niche people out there that like they don't want all those little nitpick things. They just want to get through it. Like, versus people like us who actually enjoy stories. Like
One thing I think critics are too critical on with video games is the writing. The writing has never been like top tier. It's not anything I've ever really cared about as long as it portrays.
But I didn't have any issue with it. I really didn't have any issue with it.
People complain about that kind of stuff. Oh, the writing was poor. Oh, the end of the game, the writing was so bad. And I'm just like,
have you played Call of Duty?
Like, what game are you guys playing?
Well,
like,
right?
To be fair, but also they kind of gush over
played fucking
Legend of Zelda.
Grand Theft Auto. That shit is just as clean. That's the shitty thing about it.
It's so annoying.
Grand Theft Auto is going to come out. Everyone's going to love it, and no one's going to criticize the writing. But like, it's going to be the most cliche shit you've ever played.
Oh yeah.
Like it's going to be just cliche jokes on top of cliche jokes, and no one's going to fucking point it out. But they're going to like throw Dragon Age under the bus because EA's had a rough year. I feel like they're just there to like shit on a company when EA's really tried to do its best and not be a shitty company like some other companies that we could talk about.
Right.
It's just wild.
Well, speaking of companies oozing money and people, a Bungie game I also finished.
Wait, hold on a second. I want to ask you one more question about Dragon Age. If you had finished it last year, where would it have landed on your end of the year list, do you think?
Oh, geez. What did I put as number 1? Astrobot.
Yeah, Astrobot.
Yeah.
Would it have beaten that or no?
No. It would have been up there. It's
Would have been up there, but not beaten it.
So it's hard to say because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh yeah.
I love a lot. It could just be the nostalgia glasses that I was wearing. Where Dragon Age wasn't like nostalgia. I mean, it's a series I've been playing. You have the Inquisitors in there, some characters, Isabel, and there's other characters from past Dragon Age in there. So I'm like, hey, this is cool, and I like where they are placed in the game and how they work in the game. But it's not like all the characters were like ones I've kind of grown up with at this point. I lived with the others, so it's hard to say if Dragon Age would have toppled over Final Fantasy.
But not
Dragon Age right now has recency bias, so it's even harder to judge at this point. But yeah, the Dragon Age was so cool. I loved every bit of it, and even reading like all the different lore things. Like near the end, I just like got kind of tired of reading all that stuff because there's so much. Like I wasn't reading every single bit, but I'd still read like all the like missives and letters between the characters. The Inquisitor would send me letters, or if I complete a side quest, a letter would be sent to me and things like that.
And the combat's fun,
enjoy
right?
all that. Yeah, the combat's great. I love the combat. Yeah,
it's so cool.
That's a lot of fun. The
combo
I don't know.
system?
I'm kind of in the mood now where I'm like, yeah, okay, counters are fun. Parrying's fun. Okay, that's fun. I'm actually just started a game today that has a lot of parrying and countering and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm in it. Yeah, I'm.
But it wouldn't have beaten Astrobot.
Maybe, yeah. Well, so yeah, because Astrobot was more involved as like a household thing. Yeah, because it was such happiness for my whole. Both of my kids and me, still have fun. I played it yesterday. I still play that.
I mean, it didn't win number 1 for me either. I went Stellar Blade, so like I'm not like holding you out. I'm just asking, like maybe it could have gotten second.
Really great
it could have gotten second, but it was
between
between it and Final Fantasy. Gotcha.
Yeah, 100%.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but back to companies that are oozing employees and money. Bungie created Halo, Combat Evolved
a long time ago.
I just finished that for the first time. Yes.
Oh man!
So I played from the Master Chief Collection. I don't have Game Pass. I actually bought it on my PC, hoping that it had Play Anywhere feature that Microsoft has. But Halo Master Chief Collection does not, unfortunately. So I had to complete that on my PC, which ran great. I mean, it's a wonderful looking game, and I was actually kind of surprised. Like when I finished the game, it was obnoxious. I wanted to take a screenshot, so I hit the print screen button because usually that works. But it went completely back to Windows, and the cutscene kept on playing, and I could not open the cutscene, so I didn't get to watch it. So I went onto YouTube to watch the end of the game. And it looked like butt because I watched the original Xbox version.
Man,
okay, that's really improved. Okay.
Did you beat Halo Combat Evolved, Aaron? Did you ever beat that game?
I did actually a long time ago. Yeah, that it was honestly I didn't hate Halo.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
I just
okay.
wish I could sprint.
What did you think about just like the last level, just driving through this tunnel of stupidness?
Dude, yeah, that tunnel wouldn't have been too bad if there wasn't so many obstacles.
It's just so dumb.
I made it to my ship with 7 seconds to spare.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh man,
I died once and I had to do it over again,
rushing.
and I was just like so.
Yeah, I got lucky.
So pissed, but like it's just so dumb.
I almost died.
You have this great game. Pretty much a great game, and you're ending it on this. This is how you decide to end your game. It's just a weird choice. It was such a weird choice to me. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah,
I will say this.
That's kind of what I remember from Halo 3. Is at the end you also have a big dump drive through a falling apart spaceship or something like that. I don't know
your best mechanic. Let's end the game on your best mechanic.
Yeah, driving. Wee.
Right. Oh, I was gonna say the only one I actually fully remember really well, like I was actually probably the best, is probably Reach. I liked ODST when I played with you guys.
Yeah, ODST was fun because we got to play at 4-player. We were always like
Yeah.
in a squad together. It was great.
Did all day affair, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
Bring our
but-
TVs over to Jason's and playing it that way. It was pretty cool.
Are you gonna
Yeah, but
continue
you were
on,
like
Jerry?
normal soldier dude, so it wasn't as interesting as like being a
Right.
Spartan. You know, it's still
Right.
really good.
Are you gonna continue on with the rest of the?
Yeah, like nobody ever talks about Halo 2's story. They just talk about like, hey, that's where multiplayer really made a huge
I
impact.
started it, but I just like I don't want to. It
Yeah.
just seemed like, oh, this again? I'm done.
It's more of the same, yeah. I remember playing a little bit of it. It's more of the same.
Yeah, I'm just like, as far as I know, Halo 1 was the only one to have the flood, which was kind of obnoxious. The flood is, just kind of annoying as an enemy type. It's just endless flow of, a flood of enemies.
Nah.
But I found that the shotgun is absolutely the way to go. And I never select shotgun, so it wasn't even really till the end where I'm
Right.
like, there's the only one weapon, because you're really forced to switch weapons often in Halo because you run out of ammo. There's nothing around. You just have to pick up new weapons and stuff like that. I'm like, fine, I'll do the shotgun. Okay. And I fucking demolish everything. It was great. Yeah.
Well, the only game that really does a shotgun justice really is, aside from Halo, is Doom. Honestly, that's the only time the shotgun I felt like actually was worth your while. The rest of the shotguns, like, what the fuck is this?
Well,
Although in Borderlands did a good job too.
What Doom has on shotguns that no other game has on shotguns is the fact that you don't have to reload the motherfuckers. Like,
Yes.
even in Halo, it's like, oh shit, you're out of ammo. Choke, 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 popping shells in. It takes forever.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Doom, it's like you run out and it's like, boop, and you're back to go.
Yeah, you grab the little there's like 4 bullets next to each other as your grab item, and you get that, and you have ammo, and you don't have to reload it. You just, pull the weapon up and bam, 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 bam.
At the end of the day, I'm always gonna say that like Halo is not that great of a game. It just lives off on the fact that it brought multiplayer to consoles.
Yep.
That's what that's its thing. So it
So-
didn't matter if the campaign was good or not. It's just like, this is the thing we did, and we pulled it off because of Xbox. And that's and then everyone's like, oh, it's fun. It's pretty fun to do. I mean, the mechanics in the game actually are really solid.
Yeah, it feels good to play. The most annoying thing, and I actually tried reconfiguring all the buttons and stuff like that, but there's certain things like at the action button or whatever had to be bound to be a multi kind of button. So I wasn't able to reconfigure the controls the way I am used to at this point. So it was like really awkward finding like, oh, the square button is the the X button is flashlight, not reload. The R1 trigger is reload, and melee attack isn't clicking R3. It's B. It's the B button. I'm like, this sucks. Let me sprint. Where's the sprint button? Oh, there isn't one. Sorry. Have fun walking all the way over there.
And and contrary to belief, like, I don't hate Halo. I just don't think it's been a very overrated game. But I enjoyed playing, like, recently I played, it's not recent at this point, it's been a few years. When did Halo Infinite come out? But I played Halo Infinite on Game Pass, and I had a lot of fun with that game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was really great. But it's like, it's not top tier. It's just as good as the rest of the games have been. They're like solid 8s. It's a solid 8, 7.5 to 8 game. It's never been a 9-10 game of the year type of. It's just not. It's fine. It's a perfectly fine, which is fine. Have a fine game.
Right.
Yeah,
but I've taken so much shit.
Halo Reach was my favorite back in the day. But even then, like when I played Halo Reach and finished that, I was like, hey, it was good. But there was other games I enjoyed more.
I've taken so much shit over the years for being like, Halo's fine. It's not that great.
Well, you never played during game night, but like
for that stance. Well, it's not
Yeah.
that fun to play multiplayer.
No.
I don't think the multiplayer is that fun. I'd rather play COD 2 with the noob tubes. That's way more fun. Like I've never found the multiplayer in Halo that fun. But anyway, cool,
Yeah,
Jared.
But that's
you did
enough
it.
about Halo.
You crossed it off the list. You finally did it.
I did. I've as you've noticed, I've been trying to.
Congratulations,
knock off
you're a
some
man.
of these, older games. You know, I finished Quake. I'm finishing that, and
But what's wild about that is that you've never. But it's wild that you've never beat it. It's wild that you've never beat it because like you had an Xbox. You've been playing those games forever.
I had a 360, but I didn't have the original Xbox.
Oh, okay.
And how I played the original Halo, I was at a friend's house playing Halo.
Gotcha.
Just like straight through. I was like just crushing through it. I think I got pretty far, like 4 hours into it or something like that. And I don't think I saved. The system crashed. And I lost my save. So I never played it. And since then, that was like 99 or 98 or something like that, whenever the hell it came out.
Okay.
I don't remember when it came out.
Okay.
Oh crap! Aaron fell
Aaron's
off the
dealing
face
with-
of the earth.
Oh, he's back.
There he is. Okay, but
And you beat anything else?
Jeez.
Hello.
Beat anything else? No, I haven't beat anything else. No.
What's happening here?
We hear
always
you.
working
We
on
hear
a
you,
whole
Aaron,
bunch of
but we
stuff.
don't. You don't hear us.
Yeah, I hear you. But I started Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown today.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. Well, I was mentioning that I was totally into like parrying and countering and stuff like that from Dragon Age. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to start Prince of Persia then, because that relies heavily on countering or parrying, anyways.
I don't get what's going
And
on.
timing
Here.
and
I can't
stuff
hear
like
you
that.
guys.
That's weird. Aaron's having some difficulties.
Aaron's having some difficulties.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I've spent like an hour in it so far. I just started it today. So I'm planning on playing that. I hope to beat that before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out.
Hello? I can't hear you guys.
We can hear you.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hold on. I
But-
have to.
Check your Discord, buddy.
This is weird. Hold on.
Hey guys, we apologize. We have a. I don't know. He moved to the couch and everything changed.
Yeah, Aaron has technical difficulties pretty often, so
I don't get what's going on.
bear with it. But while Aaron sorts his tech support
going.
issues out, I also played probably an hour and a half of Monster Hunter Wilds beta again. I was like, I can't get enough of that. And this time, instead of just going through quests and stuff like that, I actually didn't assign myself any quests from the caretaker. I was
You can
just
make your
wandering
own
around the world. And you see a monster, if you swat at it enough and start pounding on it, it'll assign the mission to you.
Right, but you
And
can
you
go.
can
You
complete
can
the
go
mission
into the map and click something, and then create your own mission.
Yeah,
Which I thought was wild. It's like, oh, okay, we could do this. Yeah, we can.
And
We
the
can.
map
We
even
can
has, like,
tag
some
team. We
3D
can
demo.
tag team this. Yeah, I also have
Yeah.
been playing this. I put 4 hours in because I had not played it.
Oh yeah, I have like 5 hours into Monster Hunter Wilds, yet,
And
it
I
hasn't
was
even
under
come
the
out.
impression that things were gonna transfer over, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll create my character, and my character will transfer over. I made this sick, hot fucking bitch. She's so. I mean, I just want to have sex with her.
Oh, the character creator in the game is
It's
amazing.
so
Yeah,
good.
it's
And
so
then
good.
I played it, but you don't level up. You just kind of stay at your hunter rank 1, and you get a lot of
Yeah,
things. So supposedly you're supposed to like transfer some of that stuff over. We'll see how it goes, but I'm a little conflicted, Jared. They make it so easy to just go to the animal and fight it that I miss a little bit of the running around without
I
the
still
creature.
do that.
I still do it too. That's what I found myself doing, like just not
Hold on,
doing
hang
it,
it's
on,
just
hold
like
almost
on, I'm
sacred.
trying to
just
connect.
running around and just like doing stuff, but like
Yeah.
investigating the footprints and stuff. I feel like now you can just get on the animal. It'll just
The
take you
sacred.
straight to the animal, to the monster,
This
and
is
you just fight it.
ridiculous.
And it's just like, what happened to the part of like the tracking hunting part? Like, I guess they just want you to get to the fucking meat, but I miss a little bit of the, which is fine. I get it. It's cool. They're trying to like.
I feel it will still be there. I don't know. Like when
It's
the game
kind of
finally
there.
comes out.
Maybe.
But like today, I found myself just wandering around with my net, catching bugs. You know, like just doing the stupid shit. Like, oh, hey, there's a monster walking behind me. I'm gonna start slamming on this monster, and I get the quest. And I beat the monster and carve it up. And in this one, you can just like end the mission and you stay right there, and you just move along. Like, I'm gonna go catch more bugs. You know, just do the stuff you like to do. I haven't found a body of water yet to go fishing in, so I haven't tried the fishing mini game. And this is probably similar to the last
I tried the fishing mini game. I didn't catch anything.
Okay,
I can hear you now.
Good job, Aaron.
But but like wandering around and like all of a sudden like a windstorm hits you in the face and your character's like,
dude, the weather in the game is wild. That's a whole
new. Lightning storms in that are so cool.
And I feel like it's like all the time. It's like, can we just like not have this all the time? Like every time I play, it's like, why is the entire like? Can we just anyway? So what do you?
I'm excited to see what this game is when it comes
What weapon did you pick?
I was using sword and shield this time around. I have as a secondary my lance, and I was using my lance and shield, and I was like, okay, yeah. But then I like died right away. Like that was my main in Monster Hunter World, and like I haven't died really in Monster Hunter Wild since I started playing it with sword and shield, and then I switched to my lance to fight a boss or one of the monsters, and I just get my ass kicked.
So
I'm like, okay, maybe I should just stick to sword and shield.
I did go, obviously, Insect Glaive, because I love Insect Glaive. But I did go Horn as my secondary.
I thought of trying the Horn, yeah.
I did Horn quite a bit in the last game, but I was like secondary and then like kind of maining it. I was like, I played the other day kind of just trying to like fight a boss with it. It's so wildly crazy. It's like such a hard. Plus, it's like this giant saxophone, and you play melodies, and then you. Anyway, it's a weird thing. It's a way better for support. Yeah. So I can't. I don't know. I went through some weapons. I tried some other things. I just like Insect Glaive. I also found that this time around, mounting monsters is way easier this time around.
Oh, so, it is. Like, well, because you can target a weak point.
Right.
Also, and jump on them and stab them and do a power move to knock them down.
But Insect Glaive has this thing where you can kind of like throw yourself up in the air and then catch them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, in the first game, I never really understood how that happened. Like it's very vague.
Randomly got attached.
Like you just this way, it seems a little bit more intuitive, a little bit. So I'm excited. It looks really cool. I'm really excited to play it.
So one thing I was actually playing on my PlayStation Portal, and I was like wandering around. I'm like, wow.
Oh, were you okay with that? I haven't tried that.
This lance and shield looks really freaking cool. And I actually read an article. Like I didn't realize, because it was essentially my first entry as Monster Hunter World. But a lot of like the long-term fans or like hardcore were disappointed in the weapon design in Monster Hunter World because they copy and pasted a lot of the palettes where they were the exact same design with a different color palette. Whereas older ones are very, very distinct weapons. And I was noticing that they really are going hard on the weapons. At least the ones that they have in this beta are really highly detailed. There's so much going on in these weapons. So I'd recommend when you're looking at the tools that you're using, you actually look at the details. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are quizzical to me about like I like the secondary thing, and I get that you can use it on the mount if you have a shooting one. I don't really find that useful.
No.
I don't want to shoot
Doesn't
stuff in
sound
a game.
useful.
Like I want to stab the enemy in the face. I don't want to shoot from afar. I'm not a bow or a gun lance or whatever heavy bow.
So,
there's a
any
lot of
that. I'm not
things
into
that
that.
like I'm kind of I just need the whole game, but I mean, it's still the same grind. I still feel the same thing, but there's definitely a level of like, oh, these new things. I don't know if I needed that. I also, what else am I trying to say here? I mean, I just want to play the game. Let me be honest. I just want to play the game.
Just this month at the end of
Yeah,
the month.
the
I'm very
28th.
excited.
The 28th. It comes out the 28th.
Absolutely. Well,
Aaron,
so
you should
it's
you should
funny.
download the beta. Aaron, you can still play it. It ends today, but
there's a
there's a beta
download the
next
beta,
weekend
and
too,
there'll
though.
be a beta starting next
Okay.
Thursday.
Next weekend, you should just
Yeah.
download it and
This
check it
Thursday.
out.
Yeah, if
but,
you're interested.
I mean, I like what's kind of it's setting up. The story's kind of silly. I don't know. I'm all for it. I'm 100% for it. I just feel like the little there's some little changes. I'm just kind of like, nah. I don't. But fine,
Yeah, and there's
whatever.
been so many trailers. I stopped watching the trailers because I don't want all the environments and monsters to be spoiled for me. So I haven't been watching the trailers. But there's like 7 different trailers at this point, 6 or 7 different
think it's
trailers. I'm like,
6.
I stopped at like 3.
I think it's 6, but
Yeah, okay.
I think it even
but-
says it on your PlayStation. The 6th trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, they're numbering them. There's probably like 3 more trailers coming out too. There'll be one for the next beta, and then a couple before launch, and then the launch one.
But the character models, man, my character looks.
They're so good. Yeah.
How about you, Aaron?
So-
You beaten anything?
I haven't been a thing, honestly. I don't.
So what are you playing?
I haven't
You still
tr-
playing the same
well-
two? You still swapping, or you like give up on all those games?
No, I'm still playing the Metaphor. I feel like I've given more into Metaphor just because it. I don't know. I don't know why. Honestly, I
You like the
I don't
JRPG? That's what you are. That's
Yeah,
your
that's your JRPG
that's in your
there.
DNA.
well, the thing it's funny because like I will admit though the other thing I'm not too crazy about is I didn't realize how talk the game is. Like I'll literally. Like I know that I'm used to the talky talk in most of those type of games, but boy, like you think
a
I
lot
can
of reading,
get
huh?
so much reading, and the music is so like piano and all the other stuff. I'm like, okay, guys, kick it up a notch a little bit, make it a little more intense. I'm gonna start falling asleep.
Yeah, tired Aaron is tired. You gotta ramp it up a bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, I just change the music, make it a little more like, okay, something's about to happen at least, versus like, da 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 da. I'm like, are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me right now? Well, that's
It's like
actually
an 80-hour
happened
game, Aaron. It's like an
If
80-hour game.
more than that.
with- I know, but like I said, it's just
So get
Like,
used
well,
to it,
for-
bro. Get used to it.
Yeah.
80-hour game, 40 hours of talking.
That's one of those games where I would play it at nighttime and then I'd wake up and wonder what happened.
Yeah, that's kind of what's happened. That's kind of
Yeah.
what happens. But it's funny because, like, a good point of case in point, Mass Effect, God of War, those games are pretty
All
long.
shorter games compared to Metaphor.
True, but you can actually, they keep you engaged though the
Well,
entire time.
I'll give you God of War at like what 2030, but like Mass Effect isn't actually that long.
No, it's really not. It's just, I think it's just because I did a lot of the side quests and stuff. That's why it felt longer, I guess. But God of War, they did a good job. Even though it's like that long of a game, they actually kept you interested the entire time. Like, the music got you, the fact that, like, you think something's not going to happen, all of a sudden, boom, like a big old monster just pops out of nowhere. Like, at one point, you can actually wake Jormungandr out.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Boom.
Funny, because, like, I remember...
something's happening. Let's go.
Well, it's like when you get the blades of chaos. Like, you knew that was coming. I mean, it wouldn't be God of War without the Blades of Chaos, but
we're talking about games.
Honestly, if you're saying that about the first God of War, or not the first, but the God of War 2018, I actually didn't think it was happening. I thought they really would take it like out. I honestly did not think they were gonna. So when that moment happens, when he busts through the fucking floorboards of his house and pulls them out, I was actually 100% like, what the fuck? Like he's
right.
Like, I did not. I honestly thought like wherever he was, maybe it would tell us that they were taken from him. I honestly just thought that the story would just tell us the story of like how they got taken from him, and then he has the axe now. I honestly didn't think that we were gonna get him back. So like when he does that, it's just like. That was a fucking sick ass moment for me. Like
it was awesome.
I didn't think he was gonna get him back. I thought the whole game was never gonna I thought this was the whole I thought that first God of War game in the new era was the anti God of War game. You know, so like we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do that. You know, maybe if we do, it'll be in the second game. You know,
I definitely never fell asleep to that game.
Nope, never. I will admit, though, I did like the fact that they added they figured out a way to add new weapons into the game in the next one, like the javelin, Thor's the javelin, and
that thing's great. And how you get it is even cooler. That's
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
And then and it's like just an infinity weapon. It's like, it's so cool. But no, it's like they did a really good job at keeping you interested in the game, even though it's like a 20, 30-hour game. You're like, I didn't want to fall asleep at all. But versus like this game, it's a good game. It really is solid when you're playing. But their ideas of cutscenes, guys, make the music a little more engaging versus this piano. It's like you have to play it during the day, otherwise you're gonna fall asleep.
They love it. They love the Japanese. It's Persona. It's really just a Persona game.
I guess I'm just not used to the Japanese, because at least with Final Fantasy, kind of felt like it was Americanized Japanese, like Americanized JRPG.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
But Persona is
very
pure JRPG, pure
hardcore,
rawest form.
You know what I'd love to see you play next, Aaron? Is Like a Dragon.
Okay.
Because
I've heard that game's good.
That is a JRPG from Japan, but it's like the antithesis of this metaphor Ray Fantasio style of game. Because it used to be not a JRPG. It used to be just kind of a brawler type of like Shimu type game. But with Like a Dragon, you might have got it on PS Plus. I think I got it on PS Plus. So you might.
I think we did get.
You should download it, Aaron. I would really be curious what your thoughts, because I think it's more fun. Yeah. And it's a bunch of 40-year-old assholes like us, just like like complaining about how old we are, but still fighting. You know, we're fighting and like our backs are old and we're aching. But the combat, I thought was a lot of fun. I think I got like a quarter of the way through it, and then another game came through. I've always wanted to go back to complete it, but I would really be curious with your love of JRPGs to compare it to like this game. I would really be interested to hear your thoughts.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have a copy of Dragon Quest 11 that has your name on it.
Okay.
Or there's that.
In more JRPGs.
Oh man, the JRPG roll continues. Well, I wanted to play 8 actually. I could never find a copy of it because everyone bought it up for that demo for Final Fantasy 11. No, 12. Sorry, 12.
Yeah.
I wanted to try Dragon Quest 8. It looked really good. I love cell shading stuff. I mean,
but you're sticking with Metaphor. You're gonna beat it. You're gonna complete it.
I think I will. Yes.
Good. And you're never gonna touch Elden Ring ever again.
I'll probably touch Elden Ring eventually. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while since this game is so.
You have to focus on. You can't.
Yeah, you can't be splitting your time. You have to like
come back.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like just do a game and just do the thing and.
Yeah, so, right now you're having fun with ReFantasio, so play that. Yeah,
I want to take a moment.
Elden Ring.
We got a jokester here in the chat.
Oh,
He goes
man.
by the name of Ride the Ivory.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can guess what that means. Ride the Ivory. What is ivory? Ivory keys on the piano? Perhaps? Yeah. No, it's Jeremy. Fucking Jeremy. Jeremy Knuth. He's fucking he's haunting us in our chat here. And I'm trying to say, why don't you just fucking jump on Discord and fucking join us for the show? It
Jump in.
Takes no thing.
Come on in.
You know what? You don't even have to
show your face.
You don't even have to you don't have to show your face. You can just be you could just be blacked out. He's he's just posting joke shit. But he has all this video game comments and interests, and I was like, you should just be on the show. Just
come on in.
But he's not going to.
I should let him borrow Dragon Age 11 or Dragon Quest 11 again. He was part way through it. I let him borrow my copy. So,
and you need it
if you're
back.
Interested, Jeremy,
he'll give it back to you.
Borrow it again.
He just didn't trust you to give it back. But now that he trusts you, you can have it and beat it. Yeah. Anyway, Jeremy,
I know you have that save file on your system still.
We appreciate you being in the chat, haunting us. But you got to be on the show one of these days. It's super easy and really low committal. All right, Aaron, back to you. Are you playing anything else? Or are you just chill? Just playing?
Just mainly that for now. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's the main game of choice right now. Although, yeah, no, that's pretty much it right now.
So
nothing new.
Awesome. Where am I at?
You,
what have I been playing?
What are you playing?
What am I? What have I? Well, I did beat something. You guys saw this scantily. If you looked at the beat list, you saw these two scantily clad female warriors going at each other, and then the title was in Japanese, but it's called Kill la Kill If the game. So it's an anime called Kill la Kill.
I've heard of Kill la Kill.
Yeah, Kill la Kill. It's it's.
Was that on your premium subscription?
No, it was on sale right now. It's on sale right now for $1.99.
Oh yeah.
So I bought it for $1.99.
There we go.
There's actually a demo, so you can actually try the demo. But and I had tried the demo, and it had been on sale for $10. I think and whatever. So I tried the demo way back, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, but I'm not gonna pay, whatever. And then it was I was buying some stuff, and it's this is only $1.99. I just throw it in the cart. Oh, it was during the No Man's Sky. I bought No Man's Sky again, and it's
yes.
And as I bought that, I was looking in the sales, and I was this is only $1.99. What the fuck? That's a fucking. That's not even. That's not even a beer, Anyway, so I threw it in there. And then I started playing it, and I was just what is this? So it's really just a fighting game. I mean, I've played the demo. It's a fighting game, kind of, in this weird kind of brawler or 3D world. But it's really ultimately you Guilty Gear Survive. You're really just kind of in the campaign. You really just instigate the anime, and the anime you just kind of watch it. And at a certain point, these two characters in the anime get upset with each other, and they fight, and then it goes, and then you fight them. But and you do that for 5 episodes, and then at 6 and 7 and 8, you just watch episodes. You don't really fight anymore. It's just you watch the episode, and then it ends as episode 7 unlocked, and you hit okay, and you hit click, and it moves on to the next episode.
That's funny.
It's fine. It is what it is. It doesn't take a lot to beat the campaign, but ultimately you then do unlock other characters, and then if you back out of the main story campaign, then you can fight. But it doesn't have a co-op or player 1 versus 2 thing on the main screen. You have to. It's all online fighting. I don't think this game was a big hit, hence why it was only it's on sale for $1.99. It's
that's the unfortunate part about a lot of anime games is it's just a fighting game.
Right.
Pretty much.
It's lame. Yeah.
But the anime itself is wild. I don't know if you know anything about it, Aaron.
I don't.
It's So I don't even know how to it's the most craziest thing. So it's like almost like a school of style. So like the clothes they wear is like the suits. And like, oh, it's cool. Yeah, we're cool. Yeah.
Right,
and then,
right. Like most anime go
and
on.
then like when they fight someone, then they have the better suits. Yet they're like almost naked, which is why I got involved. and then they fight, and then like they try to cut their clothes off, and then it's just all about style and being the most naked but still clothed, and then there's this thing called like the primal fiber. It's the fiber that weaves the universe together, and it wants to kill humans, and it's the most wildly out there fucking crazy fucking storyline. So I'm sitting there watching this like, what?
I was gonna say.
So like for adult, it's some of the it's seriously some of the best entertainment I've had for $1.99 ever. It's like the most wildly craziest. So like I recommend it 100% for $1.99. So it's on PSN right now on sale for $1.99. I 100% recommend it. It's just wild. It's super easy. How
long did it take you to beat?
It says on how long to beat 4 hours. I would say not even. I would say probably 2 hours. But and then you do have a full other game. Like once you beat the campaign and you roll credits, you do have like the other like actual fighting game aspect of it that you can do, but it's silly and fun and hot and dumb, and it's just a lot of craziness, and I enjoyed it. So
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, if you don't really want to buy it, you can check out the demo, and
that's the fun part about video games is just how different they can be, and
it's crazy. It's from Arc Systems. I mean, Arc Systems does great fighting games.
Awesome, yes.
This one's just kind of a little bit more out there and a little weird and not quite tight.
It was probably what they signed up to do to pay for their next Guilty
I mean, it's a
game.
PS4 game back in PS4 like mid-tier area. So I mean, it's an old ass game, but anyway, it was pretty cool. So that's the game I beat. I beat another game we're going to talk about later, but I did beat Fallout 3. We won't talk about this here because we're going to do a whole episode with Nick about our opinions on that. And it sounds like Dave has a lot of opinions.
Oh, all right. I can't wait. Yeah,
good.
that'll be fun. Yeah. I'm working on it.
And,
I mean, get it.
No, you don't have to get it, Aaron. So Dave has it. He's playing his 4 hours, and then once he's done, he's gonna get he'll pass it on to you, so you don't have to pay any money for it.
Because you still have your 360, right? You know where
he has
it
a 360. So
it's in my living room. Yeah.
So
okay,
cool. he'll and then Aaron will play it and like get the feel for that, and then we'll have that episode. So I like all this content we're kind of creating. On top of that, what else have I been playing? The League of Legends Ruin King. So. Jared, you would remember Battle Chasers Night War from Ghost Ship Syndicate.
I started it.
They did another similar JRPG called Ruin King, which is based off the League of Legends characters. So I've been playing that. I've had it forever. I played it for 30 minutes, but I've started replaying. I started getting back into that, so I've been playing that because I want to beat that, and it's super awesome. I mean, I love those guys. That's a really talented developer, and I'm really looking forward. It's not as crazy as Metaphor. It's a little more simple JRPG, kind of more classic, simple JRPG. Aaron, that you might be actually into. Actually, you might you should check out the Battle Chasers and then maybe Ruin King. Like these are like a little more simple, stripped down style. Kind of 2D.
I can get behind that.
But,
very interesting tactical battles.
Yeah.
Kind
of thing.
Okay.
The battle system is kind of fun and more interesting, especially in this Ruin King. They kind of change it up a bit to give you. So in Battle Chasers, you kind of have your main battle, and it just kind of has it shows you the kind of who's fighting. This one has lanes, so you can then kind of decide, and then it gives you bonuses or. I don't know. It's just really smart.
It's like a broken down version of a League of Legends game.
Yeah, it's really cool. I just and it's shorter than Battle Chasers Night Wars is actually a pretty long game. They really this in League of Legends one they really pared it down to I think it's only about 10-12 hours long. So I'm 4 hours in. So I'll probably beat it sooner than. But Battle Chasers I really loved. I really enjoyed that game. So I'm also really enjoying this game, and most of it's fully voiced and just really well animated. So I've been playing that. What else have I been playing? I'm back on Starfield after Fallout. And
how much did you buy that for? Was it on a really good sale?
I bought Starfield for, I want to say $30.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was a great deal, but it was just I'm ready to play this. Let's do it. I think that's where I was at. I probably could have waited longer, really, and waited for the $20 or something, but I was just let's do it.
You had fun. Yeah. Screw it.
So I think that's where I'm at on that. I'm trying to think. Okay. I think that's kind of where, aside from what Jared and I were talking about earlier about Monster Hunter Wilds, that's kind of what my that's what my playing has been this week.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
How are your beers, Ian?
Oh yeah, we have to talk about. Oh man, I've been
Oh, geez, are you done with your first red yet?
No, this is the second. This is the second.
Okay.
This is the second.
How was the first one? How'd that?
I saw him chugging along on that one.
The first one is fine. If I'm honest,
that was the Pelican.
The Pelican Brewing is fine. It tastes a lot more. It tastes a lot more burnt than I feel like it should. It has very, very light body. I feel like this one has a better body. When I poured it, has a better head.
Than Ninkasi.
Ninkasi has a better flavor overall. I mean, I don't have to finish this one to know that I think the Ninkasi one wins hands down. If we're gonna beer battle,
so good.
Yeah, if we're gonna beer battle this, the Ninkasi one's hands. So
and that's a seasonal one. That's a seasonal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the late winter one, right?
Yeah, it's.
But it also is way more alcohol content.
Yeah,
it's the double, and it will
6.
No, it's.
Is it? I don't remember it being that high. Huh.
What is it?
Okay.
What? Where? What is it? Oh my god! It's not gonna say over here. Oh my god! Why is it not saying?
I thought it was on there somewhere.
It should be.
Yeah.
It
was
says IBU 60, but it doesn't say what the alcohol is.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Anyway, it's a double, so it should be a little bit higher than.
So it's funny the color of the
6.9. It's almost 7.
The color of the can is very similar to Dr. Pepper. My wife knows that I love Dr. Pepper, so she grabbed the can after lunch this weekend and was about to take a drink of my what she thought was my Dr. Pepper.
Very similar to the can, really.
But I stopped her very quickly. Yeah.
It's like, no.
I'm like, you're not gonna like that.
Yeah, they match it there.
Yeah, it's funny.
Although you should, and Devil's Advocate, this isn't Dr. Pepper.
Well, it really reminded me of the time. There was one morning where I left a glass of vodka on the counter, and she comes out, she's dying of thirst. She takes this big old chug of this glass of vodka that I left on the counter, and she's like,
that's brutal.
Well, you didn't know. But funny.
Any other video game shit you guys would like to talk about?
I mean, I actually played my Switch today or this week a little bit.
Oh, what? What is a Switch?
There's a platforming game one of my old friends recommended it.
Cat Quest 3?
No, it's Marsupial Lamy is what it's called. It's a platforming game. It's a pretty small, easy game. Yeah. I think he recommended it for kids.
Aaron, you can marsupial me all you want.
Yeah, so I've been playing that. It has some fun little challenges and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely made for younger audiences. Well, at least in my experience, I'm pretty experienced with platforming games. I can even play this on the Switch controller, which sucks.
That
And
controller is
my
garbage.
hands aren't hurting too bad yet from playing on the Switch. It's been a long time because I just don't like playing on the actual Switch without. I have like a case that I put on it that has like like form-fitting hands and stuff like that, but I wasn't using that. It's very very basic game. I think my kids would like it if they gave it a chance, but it's not Minecraft or Roblox, so they probably will never get it a chance. Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. It's a very very simple. I guess there's only like 3 worlds. I'm almost done with the second world. It's a very short game, so I'll probably finish that in the next week or so.
Thank you, Jared. Aaron, I know we're not doing Mobile Minute right now, but are you still playing the Pokemon game or the Marvel?
I am
Snap?
actually.
Are you still playing the Pokemon game? How's that going? Tell us about it.
It's actually they actually just rolled out the new trading function, and people are remarkably pissed about it because it's like, everybody wanted it to come out, which I was like, fine. I'm like, it makes sense if you want to trade with other people, but the whole thing is you have to have like a credit system on top of like the card. Like, let's say you have like a very very basic rank or a high level rarity card you have to have something equivalent to it. Like, let's say Mewtwo, and then you want a Charizard someone has, and you have a couple copies of Mewtwo but no Charizard, you have to have the same level rarity of Mewtwo that matches the Charizard, plus currency on top of it.
Interesting.
And currency?
I don't remember the name of the currency. It's like a trade currency. I can't remember what it's called, but it's completely different than the 50 other different currencies in the game.
Aside from that, though, what are you enjoying? If you're still playing, what are you enjoying about the game?
I like the artwork mainly. They did a really good job at like bringing artwork from the actual card game over to the digital side of things, because you could do that back in the. There's another game before this one came out that you could just type in the code and get cards that way, but it was kind of a junk system. But this one, like, they don't do that, but you can still get the cards that like mimic the real life games. But
so what's this one actually called? It's not Pokemon Go. It's Pokemon TCG or something. What's it actually called?
The trading card game.
Pokemon TCG Pocket. Is what it's called.
TCG Pocket. Okay.
Yeah, well, I
card game Pocket.
Yeah, trading card game. Yeah.
Yeah, Pocket. Yeah, it's actually.
So it's basically the card game, but online. And do you play against people, or you just play against computers? Do you always have to play against people? Do you play against people, or you play against a computer? Like, what are you playing against?
I mainly do solo in the missions. I've tried playing against people, and it was kind of broken in the beginning, obviously, but it's gotten better, I'm sure. From what I understand, people actually like playing against other people. So I'm like, okay, I'll try again with the PvP, because you can play against people, but you also play against the computer because they do events where you can get kind of like Monster Hunter, where you get like event exclusive things, or any other event game that does that sort of thing. Like if you play against a computer, but I kind of like the new. They've improved so much on the online game aspect of it, and I like it because it's also cheaper to get into. Because, man, I'll tell you, I didn't realize how expensive Pokemon collecting can get, and it gets savage, man. Like, there's this new box set that came out, and it has like 8 packs of like the hardest pack of Pokemon cards to find. It's like called the 151 because there are cards and they're worth like hundreds of dollars, and it came with 8 pack at like Costco for like $40, and people are just like just shoveling it as much as they can into their cart and running off with it. I'm like, good lord, people.
Well, Pokemon card collecting got so bad now. Like Fred Meyer has their Pokemon card vending machine inside. They don't sell them in the actual store anymore. It's all exclusive to
our
their
Safeway
vending machine.
Right across the street over here has a Pokemon card vending machine.
Centers, yeah,
because people were just coming in right as the shipment showed up to buy everything. Even take
Oh,
the
yeah.
display rack.
Oh, yeah.
It was absurd how popular the Pokemon trading card game got during
Well,
COVID, especially. People were
oh
going
yeah,
freaking
COVID got
nuts and
savage.
collecting and
Yeah.
selling
Aaron,
it because people could sell it for a lot of money.
I'm curious
Oh, yeah.
to know, Aaron, like you've talked about this game, you talked about the other Marvel game you were playing, like, but how much are you really playing this? Like, how much time are you actually sinking into this game?
15 minutes this week.
No, let me
good.
see how much
like,
I have total.
Are you really playing this game? Or are you like just kind of like checking in and kind of bailing out? Or are you like playing? I'm curious.
I play actually. I play rounds against the computer. I collect the cards. I'm trying to figure out. Let me see how many hours I actually have in it, or how much time. I have about an hour and a half of playtime in this thing.
Okay.
That's it.
So I'm kind of curious because
This
you
week?
About an hour and
like
a half.
some mobile
Total.
like card
I've
games.
had
and
it for a
stuff
couple
like
weeks, a few weeks. What? It's
Were
worth
you
a
into,
mobile
like,
minute.
Hearthstone and like
I tried that one. I couldn't get into it.
There was a Marvel card game.
Yeah.
I played Marvel
Wasn't there?
Snap. Yeah.
Snap.
Yeah, I played that when my
What's
wife
the
was.
other
I
Marvel
played that
game
during
you
my
were
wife's pregnancy. I think it was called. I think it was. Hold on, I'm trying to
Strikers
think.
or Marvel
Yeah.
Strike Force or something.
Yeah.
You still
Strike
playing
Force.
that, or are you done with that one?
I'm done with that one now. I couldn't get into it.
How
Anyway,
many
I
mobile
played-
games do you have installed on your phone at one time?
Oh goodness. Let me check. Actually, I can count right now. Actually,
We're playing 20
Here's
questions
the
with
problem,
Aaron's
chat.
mobile use,
He
yeah.
thinks that this is like a hindrance. I actually really like the fact that he plays mobile games, and he always is like very like he downplays his mobile gaming.
Well,
and
it's a huge populace.
It's
that
huge
is way,
populace.
way bigger than
Oh, yeah.
console gaming by a huge
This is our
margin.
way of saying that mobile minute is coming back.
it's got to come back. Yeah, it's coming back, and I will be probably talking about Pokemon Pocket, just so you know, because I feel like that game deserves more credit than it does, because it's like people. Well, here's the thing: people will sink hundreds of dollars in that game. Like I've literally heard of a person that sunk $1,500 into that game. I'm like,
They call those whales.
Whales.
yeah,
White whales.
yeah. They're trying to start these things called God packs, which are like the rarest. It's like a whole pack of like the super rare cards. That's what they call God packs. And
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
well, and that's the thing, because like people will get them, but I've gotten one of those and I didn't pay a dime. I have not sunk any money into this game. So
yeah, that's the
And
best
then
kind of
that-
mobile game.
it is. And that's the thing. I like what games in Japan do, because like they actually make it so you don't have to sink any money into the game if you don't want to. Versus the American ones like the Puzzle Quest, your Hearthstone or whatever. You got to get good, but we're going to make you pay a ton of money for it. It's like I don't want to do
The
that.
last mobile games I've played have been ones that just come with your Netflix subscription.
Oh yeah, well that's a good one too. I mean, those are good games.
Valley 2 and 3 are the last two I played, and they're both
Those are good.
amazing mobile games. I loved them.
It's funny because
Greatly.
I keep forgetting about the Netflix mobile game aspect,
Oh,
and I have
dude.
the Netflix
Yeah.
app on my phone too.
Yeah, just
download
go
that
in
shit.
there and see what there
know.
is. Yeah.
I know.
Well, even
I-
if it's like a game you kind of like, but you were annoyed because it had too many ads and all that free to play stuff, it's just all unlocked. It's just here. It's all
Yeah.
available. It's
Well,
yours.
and that's the thing I like about the Netflix, because yeah, the games I see online are great, but they're all pretty much the same thing. Versus Netflix, I feel like they're different. Like all the games in there are like
Well,
different
Netflix,
than
you can
every
also
other
play
one.
They
the
bought the studios.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. You can
Yeah,
play that
Shredder's
button
Revenge is
masher
on
and
there,
dude. That's
dude.
a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's on
It
my
is.
phone.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the
it's
thing
on
I like about Netflix server, because it's like all the games feel different. Like you got the Stranger Things game is different than the Shredder's
Uh-huh.
Revenge, and then that's different than Monument Valley, then that's different than because like
Well,
It
and,
just-
and Dead Cells has
individual
all of its DLC on
Mhm.
mobile through Netflix. So I've been
Mm.
trying to battle through
Yum, yum,
Castlevania.
yum.
The Castlevania DLC, it's super cool. Like it's absolutely worth opening the
The Netflix app, yeah.
Netflix app just to get some of these games that are on consoles, but
And-
you have all the DLC.
And that's
it's
the
cool.
beauty of the Netflix, because like it feels like they have different games. Like I'll literally see 5 different games, but it's literally the same thing. Like puzzle block, puzzle smash, puzzle this. Like, yeah, it's all the same fucking thing.
Yeah, how many
Netflix,
match 3 games can you do, and how different can they be?
They're not. Let's be real here. They're not. That's the thing I like about Netflix. Like, you can play different games and they feel different, even though it's the same style of game, like shooter game. You can play 2 shooter games on Netflix and it feels completely different.
Nice.
I love it.
Cool. What's this
cool.
Optimus Prime you're showing off? That's awesome.
Looks like a Lego.
Talk about it, Ian. You're muted.
No, I'm not muted. I'm
okay.
You're just
laughing
talking
internally. Gotcha.
You guys are talking. No, I bought that for like $20, thinking like it was gonna be this tiny little figurine I had to put together, and then it came and it's like this massive thing.
Oh God,
awesome.
yeah.
So, hell yeah.
Rev and I
I'll put it together for you if you don't want to.
No, Reverend already has it. He's already got it put together, so you could see it, and he has photos of it. But I was just like, I might just leave it in the box forever. I don't know.
Collector's item.
Okay. But
might as well.
I mean,
the box looked pretty cool.
There's just this. It's just this toy model thing, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this," because I've seen the little ones, and I just figured it was like because it's really popular. It's just expensive for $20. And then when I got it, it's like this giant thing, and I'm like, I like messaged Rev, was like, "Is this supposed to be? Is this what this is?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I just got mine." Like,
right. He's
like,
cool.
how long? It's just like 2 hours to put together. It's like, oh, okay, that's fun.
Wow, that's fun. That's awesome. No, that sounds great.
I've never actually built a model before, so
it's a model of Optimus. It's a
action edition.
Yeah, it does move. You build it and it moves around. It doesn't transform, but it does move. But it's just like
It's a shiny box. Is that wrapped in plastic, or is that just like have a foil?
Looks like it's it looks like the foil.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's great.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
I would
shiny.
put that together.
Let's move on. We are done with video games. Let's get to some couch co-optionals and get out of here.
Are you done with your second beer? Well, I guess you already said that the winner would be the Ninkasi Double Red.
The winner is a Ninkasi Double Red.
Cheers to that,
Ninkasi.
baby. That was a good beer.
2 Oregon breweries, head to head, but at the end of the day,
Eugene wins.
Eugene wins. Not the beach.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Which sucks because I want the beach to win because it's cool, but Eugene's making better beer. Even Eugene is kind of a disgusting place.
Pelican's kind of a shitty part of the beach, but that's all right.
Well, they're all over the beach now.
Yeah, probably.
It's funny because you'll
get
a beer
shits all over the beach, and that's kind of.
Well, the beach is snowy right now, so whatever.
Oh yeah,
is it really snowing on the beach?
Yeah, it's been.
That's why I heard.
It's had snow.
Why can't we get snow over here?
Clue. We want it so bad up here in down here in Tualatin.
I want it so bad.
Yeah, same here.
Anyway,
I want a reason not to go to work.
Couch co-optionals. What do you guys got? Not game related. For the good of the people.
The new Spider-Man animated show.
Friendly
Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's really good. It's really fucking good.
Well, I heard people kind of complaining about it, but I'm like, why?
Okay. Everybody complains about shit. Fuck them.
Touche.
It's great. It's fun. It's different. It's like maybe if you've read the comics, I don't know if there's this story, but it
is a bit of a different take, my understanding.
Yeah, you're used to all this same stuff always happening the same way in Spider-Man films and whatever.
I want different.
It's a different take on it. It is. It's wonderful.
I want different.
I love the characters. Everything's just been so wonderful, and I'm excited. Like new episodes come out every Wednesday or something. There's like 5 episodes.
There you go. That sounds right.
So far, it's so cool. Watch it, Aaron. You'll love it. 100%.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man on Disney Now plus 1,000.
Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, Disney.
What do you got, Aaron?
That's the thing. Well, actually, I have a Disney one myself. Actually, it's called The Devil's Climb. It's about these 2 climbers that take on this it's called the Devil's Thumb, but they take on other things too. Like an entire day, they take on these wild, straight, vertical drop mountains in like a day. I'm like, fuck, you guys are insane. Yeah.
Is that part of the Discovery Channel stuff that they have on there?
Yes, the National Geo. Yeah. It's like
Nat Geo.
They're like the odd couple of mountain climbing. Like there's this super upbeat guy who lost part of his thumb during a mountain climbing accident and all this other stuff. He's like super upbeat and happy. And then there's this asshole guy who's like, just come on, let's just climb. He's all happy is climb, and like they're the odd couple. In my head when I hear him talk, like I don't know the Odd Couple theme song very well. I've seen a couple episodes, but that's what it reminded me of. But like they make it within a day. I'm like, you guys are nuts. But I guess the one guy who's like the asshole is like the number one climber, like does it without any harnesses half the time when he climbs. Which again, no, thank you, no. I will let you climb.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But no, it's actually pretty solid. It kind of makes you feel inspired to do shit. But yeah, no, Devil's Climb. It's on Disney Plus as well, plus 1,000 things.
Yeah.
If you're into this sort of thing for outdoor shit and don't want to climb a dangerous mountain climb.
Yeah, you can watch somebody else do it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, mine is a little. I don't think we've ever done this before, but maybe we have. I don't know. I'm not a stickler for what we do or what we don't do.
Right.
As the guys know, I'm a huge comic book nerd. I have a huge comic book collection.
Yeah.
I've been spending my life looking for a great comic book app that would allow me to categorize my comic books.
Oh,
and,
man. I get this
enter them and file them and then track their prices and all this shit. And for the longest time, it looked like I was just gonna keep doing it in this like a basic bitch database on my computer that was just sucky. And then finally, here Jared's got it.
What is it?
It's called Comic Geeks. It's this little comic book, and you hit it, and it has, like Jared just showed, has the app.
Okay.
It's super cool. I mean, I don't even know where to start. You can, if you're like me who gets monthly comics every month.
Nope, I don't.
You can search. It has a barcode scanner.
I use that a lot.
And then you just scan the back of the comic book, and then it adds it to your library. It asks you if you've read it.
You might have to check which variant it is.
Yeah, you have to check which variant it is probably. But it'll ask you, like, did you read it? Did you not read it? And then it also tracks how much it's worth. So then I spent the last. I'm surprised that I didn't talk about this sooner, but
I thought you had.
I don't think I have.
Yeah. It was probably just between you, Matt, and I.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah,
League of Comic Geeks?
Yeah, it's that app.
Okay, I gotta do my old ones anyway. So
anyway, then you. So I have I over the summer I put my entire comic book collection into this thing, and then I have 4,227 comics. I've read 2,718 of them.
Got some catching up to do, bruh.
Yeah, bruh. But it also, unfortunately, it also tells you what the worth is on these books. Yeah. So like it tells you it's fucking wild. So like I don't even know how to get to that anymore now. Where am I at? It's funny. Like I'm a sucky activity. Stats? Yeah, stats. So my comic collection at cover price is like 16 grand.
Dang. Said that.
Total paid 13 grand. Estimated value though of all the books I own 23 grand. So it's like, look at that. But you know what? No one's ever going to give me 23 grand from books. No. They're probably only going to give me 13 grand. But
if you're lucky.
If I'm lucky.
If you are, people try and stiff you.
But it does crazy shit like if you click on a book and it, like you can track a character, it shows you the stats of your favorite character. It's a very cool app. It also on top of that has a community built in that you can like show reviews, talk to people, and say hey, and they will. You can like chat about comics and stuff. It's a very fucking cool app. I'm so glad that it finally is something that has been created that you can kind of do. Anyway.
Well, my favorite thing about it though is after you add all of your comics to it, it'll tell you in a list. You can browse how many different comics you have per like Marvel, Image Comics, Dark Horse Comics. How many of those comics you have? You can click on the publisher and go to exactly what comics you have from that team. So it's really cool.
Well, you can click on a comic, and then it'll show you like the writer. It'll show you all the details. Like you just click on a comic, it'll show you all the writers and artists and the variants. It's wild.
Yeah,
it's so fucking wild. It's such a good app. It's free as fuck. There's no ads on it. As far as I'm aware, I've not seen an ad pop up on it.
Well, I like that it gives you top publishers. Like Marvel Comics is my top publisher at 24.7% of my collection.
It'll also kind of give you hey, you should read this because of the stuff you have. It'll kind of like try and guess what you like, and I don't know. It's a cool app.
It's neat. Yeah.
It's So I'm a big fan. I've been hanging on to it. It's been fucking cool, and especially since this year, I'm really trying to get on top of my comic book reading because I'm way behind, and I'm trying to get on top of it. And I've been reading books again, so I'm like, and I think, I don't know, I think I'm pretty sure I have like used like Transformers as the new Image Transformers. That fucking, this is a secondary. I think I've already used it before, but like again, if I haven't used it, like the new Transformers comic from Image Comics is so like next level. It's like the greatest comic book written ever. And they have a trade, and they have a hardcover coming out this week or this month or next month. It's one of the greatest comic books ever written. Anyway.
If it's not too late, order me a trade paperback.
It's too late for me to order it. It was in, but it'll be coming. Okay. I mean, I could probably order for you again, but
yeah.
No, it's anyway. So this app, My Geeks or whatever it's called, is it's super easy. Like it
is easy. Very.
You just search for like comic book database, and it's the first one that comes up. Because like, I just remember like back in the day, I'd be looking for like, I need a database. I want to database my comics. I want to have them all together. I want to know what they're worth, and I want to. And just like it seemed like difficult, and it seemed like impossible. And now this one finally does it, and it like tracks the worth. It does the worth of like slabbed books, so like books that are put in plastic.
Slab
books.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also does like regular, so like it'll let you know like this one's worth this or it's worth this. So this is what it's worth if it's slabbed, and this is what it's worth if it's not. It's awesome. I love it.
Well, I have an app like that for my Pokemon cards. It's called Shiny, but it doesn't you can't take a picture. You have to enter it in manually, which drives me nuts because it takes forever. But it does track everything.
For me, I mean, I have I don't know how many. What do I have? I don't know, close to like 10,000. I don't know what 5,000 books.
A lot.
Almost like 6,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a lot of books.
Right.
And over the summer, I entered them all in. All of them mostly scanned in. Every once in a while, I had to manually enter.
Yeah, there was only a couple in mine.
And then even after that, I would say there were like, honestly, 2 or 3 that just were so indie, they just weren't in, just weren't in the thing. But if you are really looking, anyway, it's cool. It's a fucking cool app. Super awesome. I really appreciate it. If you have comic books, you have any interest in comic book collecting, I think it's a cool app to have. Not only that, but like for insurance reasons. Like I have such a shit ton of comic books, and I'm always like, I don't know, I have a shit ton of comics, and maybe it's worth $2,000. I don't know. Whatever it is. I don't know what it is. But like now, this thing, his tracking it allows me to tell them accurately, for insurance purposes, what they're worth.
Right.
So that's a cool thing to have. Maybe,
Oh yeah,
maybe
no
my
doubt.
rates go up because of it, but
Hey,
fucking
still,
insurance.
maybe a little
But
bit
still,
of protection.
There you go.
it's like, if my house did burn down, like I'm gonna get that money, So anyway, it's a good app to have. I highly recommend it. I have no issues with it, and yeah, so that's my thing. All right, Jared, you got some trivia for us?
Yeah. So everybody knows what Mario was called in Donkey Kong before he got his name, right?
Yeah. No, I do not know. Actually.
Amari Ho?
What? You guys?
No, I have no idea.
Jumpman.
Jumpman?
But
Jumpman?
what was?
You know what I did learn?
girl-
You know what I did learn today is that the guy that rented out Nintendo's warehouse for them to like have their place was a guy that
the
looked like
manager.
Mario.
Yeah. Well, the property manager.
He did not look like he could jump,
His name
Jared.
was Mario.
He did not look like
His
he could jump.
his name was Mario, so that's how he got
He
his
also
name.
looked like Mario.
And the girlfriend of one of the people that worked there, her name was Pauline. That's the name of the girl that he was trying to save. Yeah, what was her name before she got the Pauline name?
I have no idea. Lady Pauline.
Yeah, they really didn't go much into thought of that, which apparently when Shigeru Miyamoto was designing this, he was hoping to get the Popeye license. If you look at the characters, Popeye going up to beat up Pluto and Olive Oil's up there waving her arms or whatever, He was hoping to get that license, but they did not. So they had to kind of create their own thing. So I thought that was fun. I didn't realize, like, the trivia that I didn't know was that Pauline's name when Jumpman was Lady.
So what was the original question?
That was what was Pauline's name before she had a name.
That
was just Lady.
See, so things that Ian and
I just
Aaron
thought you
don't
guys
know.
knew Jumpman was his name. I mean, come on, it's in the Super Mario Brothers movie. I thought Aaron might know that, or just in general.
No, I did not know his name was.
Aaron and
Jumpman.
I were like sucking each other's
Okay.
dicks during that part
I
of the
thought so. I thought.
At least handies.
I remember that.
at least handies.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, that's lots of different trivia for the one thing then. Okay, got it.
There we go.
I thought you guys kind of knew at least the basics. Come on.
Nintendo what?
Yeah, who's Nintendo?
Nintendo.
Fuck those guys.
Oh.
Are they the ones
Yeah.
making the Switch too?
I think so.
Who names their console a 2?
Hey.
Hey.
PlayStation.
Hey. Yeah.
Apparently so.
So they're gonna copy their biggest rival? Yeah, that's cool.
Well, kind of what I hope this is with Switch 2, honestly, is that they found what their console is going to be, and they're just going to iterate on it, because it really is a good system when you plug it into the TV and use your own controller.
No, not even. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's exactly what Nintendo needed. It is.
Are you gonna buy one, Aaron?
Perfect spot for its market.
No. No.
No.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this on the podcast, but I will buy one eventually. But I'm going to wait this time because I'm tired of buying a launch system just to see months later or even the next year the really cool, like, different editions, like the Legend of Zelda, cool colors, or whatever the hell else. It's like all these neat editions come out for the people that decided to wait. So I'm gonna wait.
I think you're gonna be our Switch affiliate, though, Jared.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone else is gonna buy one
Oh, Aaron will get one for his
until Bring goes, I want to play the new Animal Farm. It's like,
Animal Crossing, Ian.
Animal
Farm.
TikToks. Animal rim. I think animal rim is
animal
better.
rims.
Animal rims.
Animals rims.
Animal rims.
Ian.
It's where like
Come on.
you take this character's tongue and you lick it around the animal's
All
rims.
right. You don't have to explain the premise.
Wait, in
Aaron's
case
imagination was going wild already.
no one knew about animal,
Oh.
in case no one knows about animal rims.
Nope, I never heard of Animal Rim. It's a job I don't think anyone wants.
Nintendo's greatest game, Animal Rims. No, nobody. Okay,
It's a card game, right?
No.
yeah, collectible card game.
It's a different Mario Kart. Yeah. Animal rims. There you go.
Oh shit. All right, boys. I want to thank Jared and Aaron for joining me here on the couch. Hey guys, great show.
Yeah, it was fun.
A lot of fun. I enjoy you guys. Aaron just being a fucking solid rock, man. You've been on all the shows. Everyone else like
Trooper,
fucking
baby.
Everyone else like bailing
do.
and here and not here and there and like, you know, it's just
Me
like
included.
This is what I usually do when I can like actually make it on, because it's like we didn't have a
Aaron
solid
is the foundation.
you
we
are
didn't
the
have a solid
foundation.
schedule for our show. Yeah, we just have a solid schedule for the little one. Now that we got it, it's easier to do it now. So I try to get on when I can, but you know.
But you're
it's-
like been on. That's what I'm saying. You are like
Oh,
a
yeah.
rock.
You're the
Like,
man. Always
Jared
good to
has
see you,
kids and he's not here, and Dave's always sick, and Nick's always working. So it's like I feel like
Mhm.
Aaron and I have just been here locking down the crew.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hey.
I have a little hairs on my head.
You got lots of hairs on your head.
Well, no, this is like an
He
alpha.
has
Oh, I
the
see it.
alpha
I see it.
thing
I see
going.
it. It's great.
Boing!
Is it a
It's got me
pigment?
excited.
It's an antenna. It's an antenna. You know, radio controlled Aaron.
Power down.
All right, let's get out of here. Hey, we're the Couch Co-op Show. We're a podcast. We're on all the platforms. Find us because come on, we've been around for like 20,000 years. Like, I get we don't have
It's like
as many podcasts as we should. We should be up at like the 600, but like we've taken breaks.
We're
and
real humans, and
Yeah.
We have normal jobs, and
we don't get paid
make
for
an
this
income
shit.
from the podcast.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
we just
Because
do
we
it
don't
for
want
fun.
it. We don't want it. We want to be real,
Yeah.
and we want to talk shit about video games. If we need to talk shit about a fucking video game, we want to be able to do it.
That's
And
right.
Anyway.
we are not sponsored, so whatever.
Yeah. So we've been around for a long fucking time. I mean, we've been around for our birthday's coming up. Actually,
Mhm.
Oh,
we're gonna hit
Birthday.
11 years, I believe.
yeah, 11.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
we've
right.
been around for a long fucking time. So yeah, we're on all the podcasting platforms. You can also find us, like, we're on Twitch right now, youtube.com, not Twitch. We're on YouTube right now.
We
Live.
used to do Twitch.
We used to do Twitch.
That's right.
I just decided to bail from it because it's easier to just stream to YouTube and then it automatically posts to the YouTube playlist. So like I don't have to like repost it, you know? I can just
Yeah,
Mhm.
easy archive. Got it.
and I feel like we
There you
get just
go.
as much listeners, viewers. Anyway. Hey guys, we're on youtube.com/milkmanpictures, either live Sunday nights at 9 or in archive form.
And look
whenever.
up Milkman Drinks a Beer on there, too.
Yeah. Milkman
Yeah.
drinks the beer.
He'll
Couch
hang
co-hop.
out and drink a beer with you without saying a word.
Milkman
That's right.
Reverend. Blank as a fart. Hey, you can
All
find
the
you can
things.
find all my friends and me hanging out, having good times on youtube.com/milkmanpictures. I love my friends. We hang out. We have a good time. We have lots of videos showing us having a good time. So it doesn't have to be this. It could be a lot of other shit, you know. What else we got? Yeah. I don't think we have cool episodes coming up. Tonight was supposed to be the Suicide Squad episode, but Dave was sick, so we bailed on it. But we have the Suicide Squad episode coming up. A few weeks down the road, hopefully we'll have the Fallout 3 episode coming up, which should be a lot of fun. So these are like just great episodes of like.
Also, we're going to. Some of us are going to play through the Saboteur.
The Saboteur will also be a special episode that is also coming out. Yeah, so we have like a lot of cool, fun, like on topic video game stuff that, talking, Anyway, it should be. We have some great content coming forward, and we're very excited to share it with you. Anyway, I just want to thank Jared and Aaron for joining me here on the couch tonight.
Yeah, anytime.
Yes. And I'm Ian for Couch Co-op. Or for Couch Co-op, I'm Ian.
There we go.
We're excellent with each other.
What? Suck a dick on, two-handed? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Wild Stallions.
Yeah, Wild Stallions.
That was a
indeed.
good yawn with.